Good morning, everyone. This is Anna from Lexingby Journals. I hope everybody's well today, and welcome to our new session for Crafting Fridays. It's a very fine day here. It's really sunny, so I had to move the position of my camera to a different area. Otherwise, we would have just too much sunshine. Who complains? But we just not when we're doing this. So I have recently been inspired very much by making a shadow box, and I have been sort of researching different types, and of course there are large ones and there are some amazing ones, and then I also encountered, of course, diorama, and I love that as well. But I thought today, just to start with, we can do something a little bit more simple, and because I didn't want to obviously take too much time on cutting and fussy cutting everything, I prepared it all and it's already there, and I just thought we could just put it all together. Now for you who do not recognize this, it's just a sheet, a scrapbook sheet from Graphic 45, sorry, and I will show you the full one. I was looking for something for a medieval book, and I bought, unfortunately I couldn't find the whole pack of it, the whole stack, because I don't know, maybe it's a bit older. I don't understand exactly why it's happening, but I can't find it. So I got I got a few pages here, and this is what it looks like on the original, because I know you're going to ask me where it comes from. So there it is. This is all I've used today. This is all I'm going to be using, and I think I'm going to be okay with just using this by putting it all together. So when it comes to diorama, I will be creating, the only thing I'm going to be using from the diorama idea is I'm going to be creating a ground. The ground. So the ground for it. So I'm going to remove all these little things here. You will see, and I think most of you obviously know how to do these things, and nothing new to you, but I don't know. I took a frame to start with. I took this frame and I removed the glass, which could be added later after the creation, but I removed it. And then I took the scrapbook paper and I cut it and I adapted it to this size. And of course, you can't see it, but it's been cut in a couple of parts there so that it fits this frame, because I loved it and it is a frame in itself. So I'm using that. And here I have some moss, which I've used in a couple of books, and this is just so easy to use. This we can move on to the next stage. And so there it is on the ground. So this is the only element. Of course, if I wanted to create a proper diorama structure here, I would have done a lot more, but this is the only element of the diorama technique I'm going to be using on this. So I'm going to create like a magical medieval forest scene. I had a much bigger box set aside for this, a larger box, but I decided on doing something on a smaller scale this time, and then maybe next time we can, in another project, we can make a bigger one, because this time we can finish it off today, so that will be nice if we can do that. So the moss is all down. Let me just add a little bit more glue because it's not completely stuck. It could do with another base, but it's going to be fine. It doesn't matter. I think I'm managing without a base. It's going to be okay. I also enjoy very much any kind of book art, and I'm always thrilled to see these beautiful book artists, what they create. And I was thinking maybe I should have a go. But then I always think, no, I think I'm going to make a book. Because this is really my weakness. I love making books. I think I end up always thinking, no, I'm going to make a book. It's a bit like that Johnny Bravo cartoon. I think I'm going to wear black. I don't know if you've seen it. My kids were, my daughter was, I think it was my daughter who was watching Johnny Bravo. She loved Johnny Bravo. And we had the TV in the kitchen back then, and she was watching Johnny Bravo. And there is an ad, I think it was, the beginning was usually when they were advertising the cartoon, he would just stand in front of his wardrobe, and he wasn't sure what he was going to wear, but of course Johnny Bravo always wore black. He wore jeans and a black t-shirt. It's a bit like me, you know. I wake up in the morning and I think, oh, I think I'm going to make a book. Okay, so there we are. That's it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to stain this, just the wall around the side of it, with a bit of green. And I've got some acrylic green here. And the color that I'm using is Cobalt Green Deep. And I happen to have it. And I'm just going to give it a bit of a, just to create a little side, you know, color on the side, so that it's not left with the wood, because then I would have to add some more paper, and I didn't want to do that. So, and it's going to look nice this way. I will be able to attach the different images on the side. We're going to add a bit of gold as we do, so don't worry about little bits and pieces that have come out. So now inside I'm going to add some of the images, and I'm going to attach the enchanted part. Let's get some, I think I'm going to get some glue down here. Okay, just a little, so I don't have to keep squeezing that. Okay, so this is a part that's ready, and I am going to leave it there for a second. I'm going to add this one as background. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm creating a background, and that's just to prepare the rest of the frame to go on. And this will go here. Give it a bit more space. So how are you all doing? I hope you're doing okay. You're holding up. I think things will become a little bit more clear soon. Not that the problem has been resolved, but I think they're going to give us a bit of, I don't know, air, space. And you see how it's all shaping up? It's fun, isn't it? It looks fun. So I'm going to add some more background around this. So what I basically did is I cut out a lot of the image because I wanted to use, well, obviously, you know, I wanted to make it a 3D image, so I used some of the little creatures in it, and then I'm just trying to put it back together. That's what I'm doing. I'm putting part of it back together so that it can create this whole, it'll create this whole sort of, you know what I mean. There. So I've removed, you see here, there won't be any, you won't be able to see the paint at all. And there's a dragon there on the ground, if you can see it. And here is a part of the woods, and that can go in there. So I'm going to create a woodland image next time, I thought, and that would be fun, wouldn't it? So we'll have to think of how we're going to do that one. Oh, well, I will have to. I will have to think. I have a few ideas, and I think it'll come together well. And some parts are going to be covered by other things, so it doesn't matter if under, you can see under, because it's going to be like a collage. That's what I thought I'd do with this. I would recreate the more or less the image in a collage, and this way we can add our different, our different creatures there. I love these patterns. And here you have fairies, and they will be on the background, but there will be also fairies in between. So that's it. It's getting there, isn't it? Okay, so what else? There is something missing here. There's a part missing there. And the New York book is up on Etsy today as well. It was up yesterday. So that one's there. I think I could put that one there. So we're nearly finished with the background. And of course, as you can imagine, and as you can guess, any kind of idea you have for one of these, it will work. It will work because it's all about creating an image, a three-dimensional image, and you will be able to find something at home if you have scrapbook paper, if you have, I don't know, anything, or download something from online, from Etsy or anywhere else. You don't have to pay for it. I'm sure there are lots of images you can get free and use. So it's going to be, it's something you can have fun with if you feel like it, if you feel like doing something like this, and create something that you can keep and enjoy. And I think this, I don't know if I can, and I will try to incorporate it in a journal. And that would be fun, wouldn't it? Okay, so this is something that'll kind of complement more or less the journal and nearly finish it off. Well, not finish it off, nearly finish it. Finish it so that we can start adding the actual characters that will be there, the images, and with this what I need to do is add a little bit more background there. we're going to add some gold over to blend it all in before we continue. So the parts that are a bit rough, let's say, will be covered up with the gold. There. And now I'm going to put the castle there. And under the castle I will have you see, so it's all about, I don't know, the way it's my mind how it processes it, but it's all about getting things arranged in such a way so that they don't interfere with other things. I don't know. I think that I'm going to add this here. And then I can do whatever I like with my castle once that's there. So, put that there. And add the castle. That's it. And we're done. This part's nearly done. Okay, so there it is. Whatever I do, I want to cover the bare parts. And there's a little fairy here that is being covered a little bit, but it doesn't matter. She can still see what's going on. Okay. So I think, there's a little bit there, a little bit there. So don't mind the voices in the background, but there's, as I said to you last time, there are 4 of us. And this little bit is going to go back. It's going to go back a little bit closer. There. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? What you can do with these things. And no one notices. There. And I've also got these fairies who okay, you're gonna laugh now, but this is gonna go she's gonna go for the moment somewhere else, because I have, and there, she'll go there, and she's not gonna lose any, any of her parts, any parts from her. And here is where these fairies are gonna go. That's it. And I'll put the remaining of the castle there. So we got more castle to work with. that's it. It's all attached now nicely, and there's no part that is not belonging there, I think. Okay, a bit underneath. Put this under. So this is ready. Our little picture here is ready. And now we're going to start attaching the other parts. But I'll let you have a little look there. I think it's quite pretty, isn't it? Now, what I thought I could do with these, and that's just something I came up with because I wasn't sure how to do it, it's hanging them from this gold thread, which I have been using a little bit with all the journals. And this is quite transparent, so it can go up on the roof of the frame without showing. That will attach onto the back. Plus it's nice for them to hang on gold, I think. That's more fun. To get a bit of gold there. And our guy here is going to be attached onto the ground. So what I would need to do is have a little base for him and attach that little base inside, otherwise he might move around a bit. Inside this part. And then he can stand. And she is going to be attached onto the sides there, and she doesn't need any base because this is going to go in this. Okay, and finally we got this, and then we're done. So you can go ahead and do your own things. If whoever's managed to stick around with me here and hasn't given up, we're nearly done. And thank you. Thank you for waiting. It took me a while to work out this project, so it's nice to know that some people are actually watching because I kind of spend hours and hours on doing sometimes the research on these things. And if you're enjoying it and you're having a good time, that's all I want. I want everyone to have a good time and enjoy it. And for you, would be, and I've got paint all over my nails and inside, but that's the way it is. There. And she will be also hanging from somewhere, and on this side, I think. So I'll put her here. Okay, so let's have a look in the end. This is what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we will be talking very soon. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.